1% of dudes rapping, they ain't nice as me. 98% ain't live the same type of life as me. The judge gave me life and then they sent me where the life is be. That level 4 with depth and vice, the type of stuff they like to see. Two choices, fight or flee. I refuse to die a chump. I never been a mark, but damn, it's scary when that riot jump. I seen dudes cry, get pumped, and some sexually brutalized. Knew a dude who lost his life and he was only doing 5 year-long racial fights when homie all you do is ride. Lonely days and nights up in a hole causing suicide. From the moment you arrive, you see the Mexican mafia, AB skinheads with big giant swastikas, pro-black philosophers, the BGF, the Kumi, and Muslims who will murk you from the nation to the Sunni. That MS was loony, quick to ride up on they rival. Even Christians went to church, hide knives up in a Bible. Political and tribal, the Crips and Damus, the Long Beach, the Hubs and the Dubs and the Grooves, the IE, the Bakersfield, the Dago Pyrus, the Hustlers quick to roll, the gangsters gon' move, whatever click you choose.
Say what's cracking, YouTube? It's your boy 16 to life, and I'm back like I'm on a parole violation. Yard down! For those of y'all that's new to my page, in 1994, I got arrested. I was eventually sentenced to 16 years plus life, and I served 24 years straight in the California prison system. Yeah, that's me gassing on that intro right there, man. And if you want to get that song, Cashapp, PayPal, or Zelle me $20, and I'll send you the digital down link ASAP. Hit me up on my email. That's 16tolifemusic@gmail.com, and I'll get it to you ASAP, man. You already know what it is, man, what they talking about out there, man. Hey, look, let's hop right up into this video, man. So today, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting back, I'm chilling, I'm scrolling through YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Do what I normally do. I'm looking for some content. And I happen to see a video, which I knew eventually, you know, Gunna would make a video supporting Dubs, right? So, you know, I go to the video, I watch the video, I'm supporting Gunna's content by watching his video, and I leave a comment, right? So after I leave a comment, maybe about 25-30 minutes later, I see Gunna has immediately uploaded a video, right, and called himself hopping on my hell meat though, man. Ain't that crazy? So check it out, y'all. First and foremost, let me tell you guys what my comment, the comment that I left, what my comment said, right? So I say in my comment, I said, respectfully, Gunna, you are full of crap, and here's why. Where was that? It's good to try and change your life for the better type of mentality when you was trying to clown me for doing time at CMC. You're suspect, laughable, and say anything to fit the moment, right? So what I was referring to, because in the course of that video that Gunna made, all of a sudden now that it comes out that his boy Dubs debriefed, he told on everything moving, you know what I'm saying? Now, suddenly, Gunna is like, oh, well, you know, Gunna saying, oh, you know, Dubs, he's been through a lot. He's done 24 years. He's seen a lot. He was trying to come home, so on and so forth. You know, he had life. Well, check it out, man. You know, I understand that, right? But it's funny how when certain things pertain to your buddy Dubs or something that you agree with, your whole mindset changes, right? And you switch, right? So now, and Gunna has a horrible way of remembering things that never did happen, or remembering things the way that he wants to remember things. Now listen, I can guarantee y'all 1000%, man, I'm not upset a little bit about the comments that them dudes made about me being at CMC or whatever. CMC for the blacks was a good prison. Later on, it turned out to be a good prison for the Southerners too, right? So my thing is this here though, instead of saying, well, you know what, hey man, because that same rule applies to Chill, right? Chill done 24 years. Chill had life. Chill was locked up for 3 attempted murders and a separate murder. So, you know, what about Chill trying to change his life? But oh no, you wants to try to clown Chill for being at CMC, right? And so then all of a sudden now, when the narrative can fit your buddy Dubs, now, oh, Dubs trying to change his life. Yeah, he was trying to change. Dubs, hell yeah, was trying to change his life at the expense of debriefing, right? So now, in this video, Gunna goes on to say the back and forth between us was uncalled for. Once again, you're damn right it was uncalled for, because I wasn't even talking to you, Gunna, but you have a bad habit, right? And I don't know how you was raised, but let me tell you how I was raised, man. I grew up where you let a man be a man, right? The issue initially was between me and Dubs. It didn't have anything to do with you. But you want to be the type of individual that you are. You want to run to Dubs' aid and you want to make a video to support Dubs. Now, when you make this video, you have a lot of falsehoods. You have a lot of things that's not true, right? And in the course, and the video, listen, real quick. I spoke on this many times, right? Dubs made a video saying the blacks in the federal penitentiary system were scared of the Mexicans. I made a video saying I didn't understand why Dubs would say something like that. He was just in my opinion, I felt he was trying to point out that the blacks are scared of Mexicans because Dubs has only done time in the California prison system. He has not done any federal time, neither has I. So what's going on in the feds has nothing to do with anything, right? So obviously he had an ulterior motive in pointing that video out. That was where we disagreed. I didn't say anything disrespectful about Dubs, where Dubs has done his time, Dubs' program. Now, while all this is going on, right, I know that Dubs and Gunner, they have no good statuses among their people, among their collective, but none of that matters to me because to me, prison is prison, man. I have been consistent, right? I done a video about 2 years ago, and I think I said Chill Speaks on the name of the video was Chill Speaks on the Dropout channels or something like that. You guys go check that video out. 16 to Life Speaks on the Dropout channels. In that video, I say that, hey man, I understand people have went to the other side for whatever reason. I have no hard feelings because as a black, I've always been an individual. I've done my time. I came home to my own way of thinking. My thinking is not governed or dictated by any other people. So I think what I want to think. And in my mind, I understand prison is prison. I'm not supposed to let prison govern the way I think and apply everything that I thought when I was in prison to the streets, right? So now, Gunner, he makes his reply video. Okay, cool. This is YouTube. You content creators, man, create, because I'm not another individual that thinks that once I come and get my face on YouTube, a person is not allowed to have an opinion about me, right? So Gunner makes his video, being the good friend that he is, super Gunner. He wants to fly to Dubs' rescue, with his red cape on and stuff. So in the course of the video, he says Chill has done some time at CMC. And so he tries to make it seem like it's a slight that I have been at CMC, right? So that's when I pick the phone up and I call Gunner. And I say, hey, Gunner, listen, man. You make your video, all that's cool, fine, and dandy. But now when you want to make your video in support of Dubs and you want to start mentioning where people have done their time at, let's keep in mind that you and Dubs have both done your time at prisons that have been deemed no good. You guys are both no good. And so if that's the line you want to go down, then that's the line that we can go down, right? And so Gunner says, oh, no, man. You know what? I think you and Dubs should talk. I didn't have an issue with Dubs. I didn't have an issue with Dubs because Dubs made a video. Let's just say I make a video saying something about, I want to say the dudes, the Southerners or because they're definitely not Dubs' people. I've been getting this for the longest. Dudes have been sending me emails, sending me videos, paperwork, all types of stuff saying that Dubs is no good. I've been knowing that just by me doing my time, right? By doing the amount of time that I've done. I've never had a problem talking with Dubs or whatever. So let's not try to make it seem like I'm upset with Dubs because he's no good. I've known that from the second I seen Dubs. It's no mystery with me, right? And so let's not try to make that is the issue, right? I've had no problem with that. I said Gunner wanted me and Dubs to talk. So I talked to Dubs, and Dubs is a little upset in his feelings. Dubs says, yeah, man, because you made a video about me and I didn't like that, man. He said, I don't care if other people make videos about me, but he said you, Hoodie Hood, Damien Porter, I consider you guys my friends. So if you guys make a video against me, then I'm upset. That hurts my feelings. It's basically what he said, right? And so I said, hey, listen, man, I didn't make a video about you. I made a video disagreeing with what you said. The same way if I made a video and you disagreed with something that I said in reference to your people, you're going to make a video about it, right? So, there's no hard feelings. But once again, there's Dubs' humongous ego comes into play. He can talk about everybody, but you can't say nothing about Dubs. Man, listen. I went on Dubs' page yesterday, Dubs S or Dub, the other channel. This man has literally made over 50 videos on Wes Watson. I'm gonna go back and count, man. This dude has literally made over 50 videos just on one channel, right? But God forbid you say something about Dubs, right? So anyway, me and Dubs talk, whatever, and to me, okay, so the situation was resolved, right? But like I said, I never had an issue with Dubs anyway. You made a video saying something about my people that I disagreed with, and I'm gonna respond to that, right? So I don't take things like that personal. So then later on, and like I said, Gunner has a tremendous problem with remembering things that never even happened. He'll remember things in a certain way and they never happen like that. So he's creating his own truth in his delusional mind, right? And so then he goes on to say something in this video, right? Well, Chill, I was online and you said something to make me mad. And so that's why I said the things that I said about CMC. Not true. You guys know me, right? And I can and will be able to get you the receipts. I just didn't want to do it in this video because it takes quite a while to go back, download all that stuff, insert it. You know what I'm saying? When I'm inserting 4 or 5 different videos, it's time consuming. And I wanted to get this video up ASAP, right? So what made Dubs and Gunner launch into that disrespectful tirade that they had against me? They're on live. Somebody says, and I put the video up several times. Somebody said, "Hey, Dubs, Chill dropped a video on you." Dubs goes on to say, "Oh man, that dude, he better not have disrespected. He better not have made a disrespectful video. I'll clown him." And he goes on to be disrespectful and call me a lot of names, which I'm trying to keep my video. When the less you cuss, the more bread you get, right? And so that's what I'm trying to do, right? So in this video, and they're going back and forth, and Dubs is like, Gunner, tell him what Chill said. Tell him what Chill said. And Gunner being the guy that he is, the great Dubs supporter. "Oh yeah, Holmes. Oh yeah, I heard it, Chill. Yeah, I heard it, Chill. It was a bunch of hell yes. It was a bunch of hell yes." And so then Gunner goes on to say, "Yeah, Chill has always been respectful." And Dub says, "Yeah, especially when I had him on the phone." And Gunner is going, "Oh hell yeah, and then Gunner says, "Man, if you done 15 years at CMC," now I don't know where the hell he picks 15 years at, and then Dub says, "CMC," which has been funny to me because, man, listen, I say that all the time. Even when I'm in the car laughing, riding, all of a sudden I just say, "CMC." That was just funny to me, right? So they're clowning about me being at CMC, right? And Gunner says, "Yeah, basically Chill was extremely respectful when I was on that phone call." And then Dub somewhere says, "Oh yeah, Gunner, tell him what it was. Tell him what it was on that phone call. Tell him what it was." Now, really, you want to know what it was? And I've never even put this out there. You want to know what it was on that phone call? Dubs told me he was scared, shaking to death, nervous like Purvis. Somebody was sending pictures of him, of a black dude holding a gun, sending pictures to his house, basically threatening his life, right? So Dubs was shook up like Elvis. He was shaking and baking, and scared, nervous like Purvis. And so that's what it was. Dubs was about to have another damn breakdown, what it seemed like to me. It seemed like, he was nervous, he was upset. Basically, the sins of his past, of debriefing, was catching up with Dubs, and Dubs was upset and he was in his feelings, and that's just keeping it 100, right? And so that's what it was, but like I say now, in this latest video, Gunner tries to make it seem like, "Oh man, yeah, the call was respectful. Nobody was dissing nobody." I never said nobody was dissing anybody. They are the ones who initially tried to make it seem like I was getting marked out on the phone call. And like I said, I can and will bring you guys the receipts to show you all this. But once again, Gunner is remembering a scenario that never even occurred. Like in another video he made, which I should have hopped on this Helmito in, which I just didn't do the last time we was going through this. Gunner made a video once again, coming to Dubs' aid. And like I told you guys, man, I was raised, listen, when it's between two men, let them dudes handle it and figure it out. As long as even if that's your homie, if somebody's not jumping your homie, let your homie stand up and squab and do what he gonna do and defend himself. I'm not. Also in the course of that conversation, in the course of that phone conversation, Dubs goes on to tell me he went SNY. So okay, once I see them dudes, first of all, lying about a conversation that we had behind the scenes, but then since they want to bring it to the forefront, I'm going to put the truth out there, right? So now, these dudes is lying, and so that's why I exposed that Dub said he went SNY. So now in his next video, Gunner pretends he didn't hear none of that, which I knew he was gonna do, because that's his get down, right? But now in the last few videos that he's made, Gunner says, "Oh man, you think I didn't know? I knew it all. Of course, Dub is my friend. We talk about this every day." So we are definitely cut from different cloths, because I'm not supposed to do no lying for no grown man. If a grown man has made a decision, why would I come and lie to the public about it? I may not say anything, but I'm not going to defend this man and tell a lie for this man. Now, if my homie get caught up in a situation, right, and he gets accused in a legal situation of shooting at somebody, yeah, I'm supposed to come to court and lie. Yeah, the homie didn't do that. Hell no. If we can put together a plausible excuse, but just lying to be lying for the sake of lying, I'm not supposed to do that. I was raised to let a man be a man, and as long as nobody is not jumping my homie or whatever, it's one-on-one, I'm gonna let him handle that, win, lose, or draw, because that's how we get down. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from, I don't know about the rest of these dudes, right? So anyway, it all comes out, yeah, that of course, that Dubs went SNY, he debriefed, so on and so forth. And now Gunner is saying, oh yeah, well, of course I knew that. And I knew that Gunner knew, because that was only like the second or third conversation that me and Dubs has ever had. We had texted a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But my reasoning and thinking was, if I've only talked to Dubs 2 or 3 times, and that conversation was the longest one that we ever had, and he told me that he went SNY, of course Gunner knows. And if Gunner didn't know, like I said, Gunner was on the phone then and there, right? So Gunner says, hey, well, I'm irked, I'm irritated, I want to know why are you so concerned with Dubs' status? Well, I had never been concerned with Dubs' status, because like I said from the gate, I knew Gunner and Dubs was unwelcomed when it came to their people. I'm not saying this braggingly, right? But at this point right now, I have 14 million combined views. 14 million. And so my point of saying that is, in the course of those 14 million views, you guys don't think it was people who seen what was going on and wanted to out Dubs? Man, there was a time period, man, when I was getting information on Dubs at least once or twice a week. Information relating to a lot of things on Dubs, right? A lot of things, and they were from a lot of people who in prison would have rolled with Dubs if the situation got physical. So I say that to say they were definitely from Mexicans, right? So I never put that out there. Like I said, man, to me, what happened in prison is prison, especially when you're from another organization. I've said many a times, right? Things can happen in prison that will make a person go SNY or PC up, but on the streets, it may not be viewed as that horrific to where you should be exiled and ostracized, right? A person can go, let's just say you got a girlfriend, right? Your girlfriend is sending you $200 every month, right? And so now you have a lot of people who count their chickens before they hatch. So you may come to a dude and say, hey man, let me get some weed. My girl sends me $200. Then suddenly your girlfriend loses her job. She runs across a dude with a big swipe. He's pounding her or whatever. She runs off. Next time you call, the numbers change, whatever. Her baby breaks her arm. She needs to take that 200 and go to the hospital. It can be a plethora of reasons why your girl ain't sending that bread like she said. You understand me? And you can't pay this debt. So now you got to go. You know what I'm saying? This dude want his money because the $200 that you owe him, he's looking maybe to send to his girlfriend so she can come up and visit. Or maybe send to his kid so he can get some Jordans for his birthday. So on top of the prison politics where you have ran up a debt that you can't pay, because now he got you on that, but now it's an extra incentive for him to do something to you and get you off the yard because he's angry because he can't get his son them Jordans that he promised his son. So it's a whole bunch of reasons that can make a person no good in prison that really don't matter much on the street. So I never had an issue with Dubs' status, right? So now when these two individuals though want to try to come out and clown me and make it seem like basically want to try to besmirch my character for being at a prison that's good among my people. How I do time is not dictated by other races, other organizations, or whatever, right? If the state of California deems a prison general population, then the blacks are going to go there, right? So you have organizations and races who may say, for whatever reason, even though this prison is a general population prison, we're not going there. That's on y'all, man. Do your time like you do your time, right? So once these dudes tried to make it seem, and then what was so crazy about all that is later on, both of these dudes, and especially even more than Gunner, because Gunner, he'll say something and he'll try to clean it up. Gunner makes a video later on saying that, hey, man, these organizations, these prisons are good for these dudes. They may not only be good for us. So my whole point of saying that is he knew that when he initially was trying to besmirch my character. So these dudes have what I call hateful genes in their character, man. I'm not just to try to make a dude look bad, man, when he don't deserve it, regardless of he's the op, he's the enemy, or whatever. Once again, when I grew up, man, say you gang banging and it's another dude, right, who he's the opposition, but this dude is coming through your hood, you know what I'm saying, giving y'all hell. Or every time you run across this dude, he's putting mitts on one of your homeboys, busting y'all up. I'm not just to say this dude is a buster. This dude is with the business. Nowadays, though, these youngsters, when they have a opposition who's doing what he's supposed to do in that gang world, they want to call the dude the B word and a mark and a buster. Well, ain't he supposed to shoot your homies when he see him? Ain't he supposed to knock you dudes out on sight? So, somebody will slide through there and shoot some of your homies. Oh, what happened? Oh, that buster such and such came through here last night shooting. Well, ain't that what he's supposed to do as a gang member? So I give dudes their credit when their credit is due, right? So I've never had a problem with them individuals until they tried to make me look bad. So then once they tried to do that, I still don't have a problem. I play the YouTube game. I'm a content creator, man. Once again, Gunner said something about earlier in that video that I said that he shouldn't be talking about black politics. Anybody that's paid any attention to my videos, especially in reference to Dubs, I said, man, I believe a man should be able to speak on what he wants to speak on. I don't believe that you shouldn't talk about black people if you don't want to talk about black people. I've never said anything like that. So like I said, once again, Gunner remembers a lot of things that never even happened. Gunner sometimes just rambles on and just makes stuff up. Like him saying he was on the live and I said something that he didn't like. Then later on in that same video, he goes back and he says, okay, yeah, you know what? I may have been a little disrespected or whatever, but I may have been a little disrespectful about the CMC comment because, we got out of hand and we came back and we apologized for that or whatever, right? But he remembers me saying something on the live. I've never came on his live or Dubs' live and said anything. I just don't understand. And then another thing he said is, back in the days, brothers didn't care about being on 50-50 yards. The 50-50 yards was not even created until after I left prison, 2018. So once again, he said something about, in our discussion, we talked about Mexicans will do hits, but blacks will try to get away. We never discussed that. He's getting that confused with a video I made, right? So I don't understand that, man. I mean, everybody politics how they politic, right? My mindset on the street is, if I shoot a dude, I'm not just to hang around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. I just wish the hip hop police and the cops or whoever wasn't on these YouTube videos, man, and I could go more deeper into detail about my street background, man. Anybody from out there who know me know I was so vicious with that thing, man. Man, listen, I'm telling you, man, come on, man. I used to put in so much work with that pistol. It was a damn shame, man. I'm sure I have probably popped more people than a lot of average dudes have even shot at or even grabbed a gun, right? So I say that to say that, man, I never hung around and waited for the police. Why would I shoot a dude 6-7 times and sit back and wait for the police? So when I go to prison, my mentality and the mentality of blacks are the same. Why would we stab somebody and sit around and wait to get caught? The whole purpose of this is to get away with it, man. My job as a former criminal was to get away, and the job as the police, you have to catch me. When I got locked up and arrested, I didn't tell the police nothing. I didn't tell them I gangbang. I gave them a fake name. You got to figure out everything, man. I'm not telling you nothing. I don't tell the police nothing, man. My whole entire time of doing prison in 24 years, I told the police I'm a non-affiliate. Why would I tell the police I'm a gang? See, this is And this is game that used to be given to us. Man, my uncle told me this when I was about 14 or 15 years old. We riding past the park. The police got my homies pulled over there. The police are saying, he taking pictures, telling them, throw up your gang signs. What hood you from? My uncle, man, this had to be in 87, somewhere around there, 87, 86, 88, somewhere up in there. He said, man, why would you do something like that? He said, the police are going to keep those pictures as evidence. Then later on, when those dudes get caught up in a crime, they're going to say, not only did they try to rob somebody, but they're gang members. He said, never tell the police anything. Why would I go to prison, stab somebody, and wait around for the police to come get me? The object is to try to get away. That's my thinking. Now, if another dude has another philosophy or whatever, that's on him, right? I don't try to put what I think and what I believe in terms of my criminality on somebody else, man. If you want to operate like that, operate like that. You know what I'm saying? But see, it's just so much, man. It's so much. And then Gunner wants to talk about pillow talking and this and that, man. You dudes were the ones when we did get on the phone. We had a behind the scenes conversation. You dudes are the one who chose to bring that to the forefront because you couldn't handle your liquor. You sitting up there drunk, y'all talking and gossiping and stuff. And you guys brought a behind the scenes conversation to the forefront. You know, so I haven't even went all deep into that conversation. You know what I'm saying? If I speak and tell, if I talk about why Dubs even told me why he went SNY, that's going to blow some shit out the water. Y'all done made me cuss on a video that I wasn't trying to cuss on, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. Y'all know what it is. Do not play with me, man. Y'all is the ones who didn't keep stuff real. Don't try to make it seem like it's chill. Y'all the ones who didn't keep stuff real. I called you, man, and I spoke to you like a man. You dudes got drunk and spoke and gossiping, trying to clown, and it came back to backfire. I've never been on no PCR. I've never went SNY. I paroled from CMC West on the main line. When I was at CMC West, you had active Northerners, active Southerners, active white dudes, active Pisces, active blacks. Man, don't, like I'm saying, I've never got into the mudslinging, man. So let's not go there, because the same way I'm respectful, I can be disrespectful. The same way, man. You guys are the ones with videos saying you went, Gunner, stop it. Stop it, Gunner. You are the ones with videos saying that you wasn't PC. You was PC. You haven't been on an SNY yard. You have been on an SNY yard. You've never been on a 50-50 yard. Then you turn right around and say you have been on a 50-50 yard. I got the receipts for all this, man. You guys are not mentally astute enough to even deal with me on a level, man. You guys are not intellectually enough to deal with me, and you're not honest enough. Your foundation sways from video to video. Your foundation sways. You're not firm in the things you believe. That's why it's so easy for me to ridicule and break you guys down like an old rusty 12 gauge, because you'll say one thing in this video and you'll state a complete opposite in the next video. So in the words of J.O. Felony, man, can't nobody on dry land fuck with me when it comes to this shit. See, y'all done fucked my whole monetization video up, and y'all will see the other side of chill, man. My name is Chill, because I was young and I was wild, and the homies used to ask me to chill out, chill. They didn't call me chill because I was soft and square and nice as a house cat, because I used to go wild and go big. So the same way I'm respectful, I can be disrespectful. So, hey, man, y'all have a nice day. Y'all already know what time it is, man. It's your boy 16 to Life. Resume normal program, and I will bring y'all those receipts. Lately, I've been getting a whole lot of questions about my Damien Porter T-shirt. If you want to cop that T-shirt, definitely be sure to go to the T-shirts and more store.printify.me. The reason that I copped this T-shirt is because it got great graphics and the picture is nice and clear. Now, in order to get yourself one of these T-shirts, be sure to go to your preferred banking institution and withdraw the appropriate amount of funds to ensure that your transaction will be facilitated without any delays, impediments, or hinders. Now, also, of course, while you're there, you might want to cop you something else. They have a host of great T-shirts. They have a lot of vintage T-shirts from old sitcoms, old movies, and your favorite artists. It's just so much there, man. Definitely be sure to go to the T-shirts and more store.printify.me, and be sure to use the promo code CHILL for your 15% off. You will not regret it. They have a bunch of t-shirts with several different designs among other things, and I guarantee you will find something that you like. Once again, that's the t-shirts and more store.printify.me.